Fiscal Plan by Mary Amick for EDU 528. The type of budget that my school uses is a combination budget. This budget provides support for the athletic groups from tax revenues, ticketing gate sales, and or tuition sources to participate in our athletic events. We charge a maximum of $75 per year, that is to play any number of sports at the high school and middle school level combined. There is no minimum for having multiple family members. It's just a one-time $75 fee per player. This allows our groups to raise funds for equipment, uniforms, conditioning, and or training items to enhance their revenue stream, while allowing all sport booster and sport-specific boosters to help fund and raise the funds to purchase the above items and include travel expenses as well. The unique thing about the combination budget is that it incorporates the zero-based budget, which is kind of, in my eyes, the safety net for all the athletic programs. That allows the school to prioritize what each program should get, but then it also allows them to fundraise sport-specific wise for what the extra things they want. The philosophy behind this combination budget, I chose this because, like I said earlier, this allows the school and the teams to work really in a partnership, in my opinion. You have that zero-based budget to fall back on, which allows those coaches to submit yearly their itemized proposals for their different wants and needs in their inventory list at the end of the year to the athletic director, as well as allowing them to have that fallback of having the fundraisers within their sport to raise the money to maybe meet the needs of those excess items that the school and the district cannot financially provide for them. For me, the purpose and objective of the combination budget is to put some of the ownership on the teams and the individual programs, as well as letting them know that they have that school and district support. I know from firsthand experience as a JV volleyball coach at the high school where I work, we really stress to our girls the importance of not just doing well and being successful on the court, but that they have to actually put in the time to make sure they have the things that we need that are necessary to keep us on the competitive edge. Utilizing this combination budget opens the doors to so much more than getting just the things that we need for our program, such as new uniforms, knee pads, a new netting system for volleyball, new footballs, new volleyballs to play with. It allows and it teaches our athletes that, like I said, the hard work on our fields is not only appreciated by the people in the stands, but the hard work outside of there, and being able to give them a chance to kind of give back to the program in more than one ways than wins and losses, but also to, set an example for the younger kids coming up. For example, with our volleyball program, our girls have wanted pink uniforms for the last probably 5 years. So 2 years ago, we made a deal with them that if they could raise $3,600 in one of our fundraisers, that would be one of the things that we use that money for. Our school partners with Adidas, so we get a great deal on uniforms. And our kids did. They raised $4,000 in one of the fundraisers, so we did just that. We bought pink uniforms specifically for our volleyball season for the month of October for breast cancer awareness, and both teams were able to get those uniforms. Donations and community financial support, those would be handled through our school financial receipting and just being deposited into our team-specific fundraiser accounts. That's how our district really deals with those. We can issue tax exemption forms from our school or letterhead, stating what the allocation of those funds are being received for the donor as well. That's we really treat the donations and the community financial support the same way as we would taking in money from a fundraiser. It's just receipted, but the only difference is that we can issue that letterhead statement stating that this was given as a donation or that tax exemption form. Cost controlling, this is done based on the end of the year inventory report that each sport has to submit to our athletic director at the end of their season. And one of the big things that our district is on in our school is we're on a 3-year uniform rotation. So every third year, the varsity team would get help from the school's athletic budget to purchase new uniforms. And then generally we funnel those uniforms down to the younger programs. So not every year would a team would be getting new uniforms, but it wouldn't be your team. So if volleyball got it in 2018, then it wouldn't be until 2021 that volleyball would come up again. So it's just to offset that cost so that we can make sure that the school can budget and pay for those. And we have a partnership with Adidas, which makes it really nice. We get 40% off of all of our purchases through the school athletics program if we use the Adidas brand, which is really nice. Spending out of the team fundraising accounts is really left up to the coaches, and provided that they have those funds, the principal and the AD do not question how we spend our money. However, large purchases over $2,500 more have to be bid on and have to be approved by our AD. This is just to make sure that we stay within our Title IX compliances, to make sure that especially our male sports aren't spending more and receiving more than our female sports are. And if that's the case, then we kind of have to control that and wait and push things off till later in the year or to the next year or next season. Outside fundraising, each sport at our school is required to have a minimum of 2 fundraisers per season and at max 4. Each one of these has to be approved by the AD and then signed off by the principal of the school. We have the liberty to really choose our own fundraisers, but we cannot run 2 similar or the same fundraisers within the same season. So, for example, volleyball and football could not sell cookie dough at the same time. However, volleyball could sell it in the fall, band could sell it in the spring, and that actually is what happens at our school. But you will see any various number of things. We, just drawing on my experience, volleyball we sell cookie dough. We start 3 days after tryouts, and the girls sell it for a week. And it's a 59-minute fundraiser, which has been very successful for us. And then we will hold a middle school scrimmage day for 5 hours, and we'll make money off of ticket sales and our canteen. And then we have a canteen that runs as a fundraiser throughout all of our home matches. That's our 3rd fundraiser, and our final fundraiser of the year is during our home. During the week before Thanksgiving, we sell Boston Butts, and that's our last large fundraiser. So those first 2 are really our largest fundraisers. We raise on average between anywhere from $3,000 to $3,500 really between those, and generally we make about we clear about $1,500 with our Super Saturday middle school scrimmage day, and our canteen generally profits somewhere between $1,200 and $1,500 a year. It just kind of depends on prices and whatnot with that. Thank you.